Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to the 2nd of February episode of the Beer, Blades, and Bushcraft livestream. I have beer, but I didn't bring a blade. And we will talk about anything that you bushcrafty guys would like to talk about tonight. Maybe if you guys behave, I'll let a couple of you guys come on screen to chit chat. How do you like that? So 2021 has started in kind of a rock and roll fashion, has it not? I was talking to, I was talking to some of the subs earlier today, and one of them had suggested that we sort of maybe make a gesture towards finding areas of gratitude in what is fundamentally a crazy time. And I think that might be a good idea. I'm not going to force everyone to only discuss that tonight, but it's something that I would like to make a nod towards. To start that ball rolling, you guys may notice this massive mess behind me, and the open door is because the painting of that room has started. So at some point soon, this will all be very much reorganized, and I think in a better way. Not my work. The madame has planned it all, and I think she's done a better job than I could of planning it out. But I'm just glad that it's actually starting, and that at some point we will be on the next phase of this little area that I like to stream from. And once this area is squared away, I'm going to get to work on the workshop so that I can stream from the workshop on occasion. I think that hey, Foxit, thanks for the super chat. You know what? I was watching it's Bourbon Night. That's a channel I watch sometimes, and they were having a live stream, and every time someone super chatted them, they rang a cowbell with their whiskey glasses. I'm gonna come up with something like that. So just because I thought it was a funny little gimmick. I like funny little gimmicks. Hey, Martin's here. How's it going? Grace. Martin's here, and Grace Martin are both here. Nice to see you guys here. You're right, buddy. I can't stop you from doing it, but I don't want you to bankrupt yourself on my behalf. By this point, you may have almost bought me a new camera battery, buddy. So that's one thing I'm definitely grateful for, is that that's started now and will be hopefully done fairly soon. I noticed it sort of scrolled up. I think Mark, was it? Yes, Mark said massive snow outside, massive messes inside. There is big snow outside. I think we got like 20 centimeters or something today, 24 centimeters. And it's funny because I ran out about midday during my lunch break to shoot a review of this for my other channel. And because I thought, it's snowing out, it'll be really pretty. I'll be doing a little whiskey tasting, a little review, drifting snow and everything. I ended up sort of like, whoosh, I hope you guys can hear me over the wind, and like hiding the glass inside my jacket so that the wind wouldn't take all the aromas away while I'm trying to nose it. It's like I'm freezing. Ended up the glass was all caked with snow. When I'm editing this, I have no idea how I'm going to be able to salvage it. But it was just funny. I finally just, did the fastest review ever, did my outro, ran back inside because I didn't go out with a toque or anything. I was like, oh, it'll be so pretty. Forgot about it. I'm like hunkered down around the glass and the camera. Gotta laugh, otherwise you're gonna cry. Am I right? So tonight's beer, it's funny, because I keep thinking about something that Martin brought up. And excuse me, sorry guys. And it links into a conversation I had with someone at work yesterday. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So this is a Millil Irish Red Ale, Russe Irlandaise, which I don't know if I have had it yet. Unfiltered beer. I like the unfiltered. Our Irish Red Ale is brewed with a large amount of caramelized malt. This gives it a pleasant roundness and rich flavor. Rich flavors. French Canadians always use American spelling, complemented by a touch of roasted malt, which is felt in the finish. It offers aromas and flavors of sweet caramel and a touch of coffee. Hailing from the Lanaudière region, the Millionaire Brewery celebrates ancestral know-how, making its authentic beers in the spirit of the greatest brewing traditions. That's a bunch of marketing faffle. What I'm looking for, 4.9% alcohol, and it's a 473 mil. This camera, man. What else? Let's taste it. Yeah, it's funny because I think I do most of my drinking on this live stream. Like my beer consumption over 2020 and now 2021 has fallen off a cliff. Like almost the only time I drink beer is during these live streams now. And I mean, look, I drink a lot of whiskey, but I don't drink a lot of whiskey. I'll pour a 2-ounce dram and it'll last me an hour if I'm not live streaming. And so it's funny that the amount of alcohol I consume during these live streams is way out of whack with my usual consumption. And I was talking to some friends at work today, actually, because I found out today that a friend of mine who I haven't spoken to in a long time has checked himself into a rehab center for alcohol addiction. Wow, look at that. Serge isn't here, obviously. Look at that head. Evidently, that's easy drinking. Better be careful with that one. Nice, malty, not too sweet, but there is a caramelized thing there. Touch of coffee at the back. Yep, they're right. Their marketing faffle is pretty on the nose. Yeah, so I found out that a friend has checked himself into an alcohol program. It's a 7-week thing out west. And it made me think, like if you're diving into alcohol to deal with your day, you might be on a slippery slope. And there are things I dive into to deal with my life. But it's like I have an entire shelf of science fiction books over there that I only read when life gets too much. And that's the way I thought I was about to make a wicked huge sneeze there, guys. Sorry. What I dive into to deal with it when life gets too big or too heavy, or that big black dog I sometimes talk about just comes and buries me, it's those science fiction books over there. Like they're straight up escapism. It's not, it's not alcohol or anything like that. But I almost feel like you kind of have to keep an eye on it sometimes. Like I don't drink every night. I might have a dram as like a nightcap after a long day or something. Like I'll watch something or I'll be doing some laundry and have a little nightcap, which, as I said, it will last me all night kind of thing. And it's hard to talk about this without sort of coming off as preachy. But it's just like there was this whole cascade of thoughts that that sort of happened in my head. Because if you get addicted to science fiction literature, chances are they're not going to find you sleeping on a park bench at some point, But it's just funny how everyone has something that they use to deal with life. For some people, it's meditation or yoga or whatever. For some people, it's a substance. And for some people, it might be taking a walk. It might be getting the hell into the woods, forest bathing. Is that what they call it? Is that what the Japanese call it? Forest bathing? But yeah, so I don't know. This is apropos of nothing. It's just, it was a thought process that sort of kind of kicked into being after Martin's question last time. And I was reminded, or it sort of popped back up when I was when I found out that a friend of mine is going through some a rough spot right now. Because I didn't even know he had a problem. Okay, here it comes. Oh, got to be a little fast on that mute button sometimes. Anyway, so yeah, that's just a little. Hold on, let me see if I can catch up with the side chat here. Okay, people are saying hi. Fox, it says, I say do a shot. One does not do a shot when the whiskey is this expensive, let me tell you. Fox says he's not going bankrupt, still gainfully employed. Good man. I'm glad to hear it. Lakes and Hikes says, next time give him $20 times $1, make him do a shot each time. No, the idea is not to get 3 sheets to the wind during these live streams, guys. Mark says, hello, Pine. Yeah, the Google Pay thingy will take a portion and charge you for the donation itself. So yeah, I've super chatted a couple of people, and it always ends up costing more than it looks. Grace likes the pour that I did. Thank you very much, Grace. I think I did a great job. Mallory just popped in to say she'll be back soon. Lakes and Hike says, exactly, that's why I love sci-fi movies. It's a great escape. Yep. The escape is a major part of why I like that stuff too. Another thing that I will sometimes watch is I like certain anime companies like Studio Ghibli. They're the ones who did like My Neighbor Totoro or Kiki's Delivery Service or Princess Mononoke and stuff like that. I'm not a massive anime person. I don't read a lot of manga or anything, but there are certain, what's that word in English when they draw the pictures that move? Animation. There are a few animation houses that I like to follow. Simone's here. Mallory's in the middle of something, but she'll be here soon. Tenenbaum asks if there's rehab for sci-fi. I don't think there is. Now, if there was, who would go? Camille and I have been watching The Mandalorian together. It takes us forever because weeknights are tough, So we've finally started season 2. Just taking a look down. Yeah, Mark says there are a lot of people having rough times. Yeah, it's so epically rough for a lot of people right now. Oh, okay. Cliff says, I'm coping with these times by gardening and homesteading. I see nothing wrong with I see nothing wrong with that as a coping mechanism. I think that's a great coping. I was going to say poking mechanism, but because I think that gardening and stuff, great coping mechanism, especially because it's a creative thing. You're creating something. You're growing food or you're growing flowers or whatever. I used to cope with stuff with art or writing poems and stuff, but I don't have that muscle anymore. I think I spent my whole life in art school. I started at the age of 5, I think, taking weekend classes at the Manitoba Art Gallery, I think it was called, something like that. They had these weekend classes and did stuff like that. And then when we moved to Montreal, I went to a school that's called Fine Arts Core Education. So school days were long, man. You started at like 8, you ended at 4:30, and you had all the usuals, right? English, French, math, geography. No, English, French, and math were every day. Geography, and like geography, home ec, choir, band, and theater were on alternate days. Every class was 45 minutes, but by the time you got home, man, you were done. So I went to that, from grade 3 till about grade 9. And then, like, even when I hit Cégep, I was in graphic design. And then when I hit university, I went to film school. So that's the way I dealt with stuff. I used to be at my best between like 2 and 4 in the morning. I'd have my drawing table, creating stuff, I haven't done that for a long time. When people ask me why I never paint anymore, I have this canned response, and I think I might have used it on you guys before, that everyone should disappoint their family that badly at least once in their lives. Anyway, that's a long, boring story, and I'm not entirely sure. Oh, yeah, because it was a coping mechanism of mine for a long time. And at one point, I was doing poetry. I did poetry for a long, long time. I was published, lightly published, but it's like at some point I just turn the page, turn the page, get to the forest, everything will feel better. Cameras also. When I discovered the camera, that took all the painting sort of reflex and desire and shifted onto the camera. I mean, especially when I got a camera that shot video. Like hitting the woods and shooting some video is very much my preferred coping mechanism, right? These days. But those sci-fi books will, they're still a real source of comfort. Or sometimes these days I'll read something like a little Thoreau or something. Or what's that book called? Like Shanties, something in shelters. That book. Who the hell wrote that? It's over there, and I'm not stepping off screen to get it. But it's moved on a little bit from just these like science, Greg Bear and stuff like that. But I think it's good. I'm harking back to one thing to what I was talking about at the beginning. I'm grateful that my coping mechanisms are not destructive, because it's easy to fail into that. What's the word I'm looking to fall into stuff like that, Simon says he's coping with the times by planning his next summer garden. I'm just going to scroll back because I'm way behind on the side chat. I sort of get talking and then it's like boop, 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 boop. So dusty in here that it's really killing my sinuses again. Sorry, guys. Cliff says that we should talk if I'm watching anime. Okay, drop me a line after the stream and we can chit chat. Oh, and of course, Mark is being funny. What's that disease you can get where you forget words? Starts with an O. Old. Jeez. What a comedian. Just give me 1 second here, guys. Mute. I gotta dust this basement. Huh? So where was I? So many comments. I'm so behind. Yeah, so there's Simon. He's coping with these times of planning his next summer garden. I think that's a good idea. Huh. Martin's wife went to FACE as well. Amazing. A lot of people went to that school, man. Like almost the entirety of Quebec art establishment sent their kids to that school, which you would think would create an environment where every different child is welcome and everything. But all it meant was that the norms that you had to adhere to were slightly different than in normal schools. I have good memories and bad memories of FACE. I finally had to go to a normal school just to bring my math up. Mark is asking Martin if he's been paddling recently or just snowshoeing. I haven't seen many paddling pictures in Martin's posts lately. Oh, Martin answered himself. Oh, you're building a backyard igloo tomorrow. Nice. I hope there's going to be pictures of that. Dale, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome back. 4 to 8 inches of lake effect snow almost every day. So holy crap. So you're probably buried under a lot of snow right now. Mallory's back. Oh yeah, Grace says that she's looking forward to Mallory's premiere on Thursday. So for those of you who don't know, which is probably very few of you because Mallory's channel is bigger than mine at this point, she's got a fairly cool video premiering on Thursday. Go to her channel, and if you can, be there on Thursday. I'm going to try my best to be there for the premiere. If not, I'm still going to watch it anyway, but I like being there for the premiere. Hike with Mike. How's it going? How's it going? So does anyone have anything interesting to Dale? Dale. Sorry to hear it. I'm hoping that you've come through and you're okay now. I'm just trying to catch up here. A cool premiere with snow. Yes, it'll definitely have some snow. James Fry says, greetings from England. I was meant to be an apprentice smith this year. Hi, James. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome to the stream. An apprentice smith. That sounds cool. There aren't a lot of jobs like that around here. There is a blacksmith. There's a forge in Montreal, sort of down in the East End near where the Whiskey Trench is, ish. Which I guess nobody here knows where that would be, but in an older, more industrial part of Montreal. And at one point, the neighboring businesses or whatever were banding together to get the Smith closed down because of all the noise. And fairly often that means it's over. But for some reason, man, there was like a letter writing campaign or something. Somehow people got together and sort of, no, stop. And it was cool because they gave courses and stuff. I keep meaning to go in there and check it out, see what's what, but I just never have the time to get to that to that part of Montreal. Good old beer. No, we have Groundhog Day, but it does sometimes feel like a lost cause. I don't buy Groundhog Day anyway. To me, Groundhog Day, awesome movie. That's it. You want to pick a damn groundhog up and see if it sees its shadow? Sorry, but I kind of believe more in science than rodents. In Quebec, the groundhog, whatever the hell it's called, I don't remember, is in the Gaspé. And they usually televise it. Obviously, there were no kids around for the televising this time because of social distancing. I watched part of the broadcast, but I don't care about the groundhogs. He had a hard time getting the groundhog out of the little hut that they added in and everything. It's just like so Quebecois in all the worst ways that I mean that. Just so like low rent. I think even like Wyatt and Willie and all that, it's all low rent to me. You know, it's like, come on, just buy a Farmer's Almanac and you'll know everything. Cliff, what are you saying? Yeah, I'm with you, Mallory, for two reasons. I just want to see some greenery. I love spring. For my other channel, I do all my whiskey reviews outside, and today it was quite blustery. So I'd like to sort of see some warmer weather for that channel's. But where I'm okay with it being winter is I'd really like to get out there and do some content for this channel in the winter again, like a winter hike or something. Once all that behind me is done, I think I'm just gonna, honey, next weekend I'm hitting the woods with or without the kids, and I'm just gonna go shoot some vid. Sorry guys, I'm gonna just mute for a second here. Damn you, sinuses. Damn you to hell. Grace. Camped last weekend. First time ever with snow, and you survived. Of course you survived. Come on, man. Mark bringing the class, as always, I see. James, that actually, I think you're right. I think you're right about that. I had totally spaced it until you said that. It's been a long time. So, are you actually apprentice smithing, or did that sort of get stopped by the whole COVIDs? Yikes, Dale. Holy crap. It's getting better slowly. I went for what I thought was routine gallbladder removal. It took 2 surgeons 6 hours and wound up feeling pretty rough. Damn. Lakes and Hikes is with me on the science thing. Just taking a look to see if anyone is. Excuse me. Oh. Okay. Mallory's gone to get a drink and heat up the furnace. I don't know. Anyone got anything they want to come on and talk about? I'll just drop the invite down at the bottom. Let me know if there's stuff you cleave to deal with these horrible times. Or did that actually post? No, of course it didn't post. Why would it post? This is Windows. And as I always say, let's not talk about politics or guns. Oh, James, you've got a DIY home forge? I'd like to get you on screen to chat about this kind of thing at some point when you're feeling comfortable with it, or you have the setup to talk, because I find home foraging really fascinating. It's a skill I don't have. I don't have any of the equipment. Someone who's usually here all the time, Tyler, he does a bit of home foraging. Do you have like a small, what is it, like a propane forge? Like one of those that, like I've seen some people have forages that are essentially made from like a soup can, and they surround it with whatever that clay is that they use for such things, and in the side they put like a propane torch to heat up the inside. Is it something like that, or do you have more of a coal thing, or whatever it is? Hike with Mike's foot is asleep. You can't hike with one sleeping foot, Mike. So you better just fix that, okay? James, have you done like knives and stuff, or are you doing nails and stuff like that? Excuse me. You guys remember when I started this? And like I would have a beer and then this great big belch, and there was like outdoor dauber keeping track of how many yawns, how many burps. You remember that? I remember that. Good old days. Good old days. Now it won't let me hide this hike with Mike thing. Let me see if I could just. There we go. We're done. I don't know where Dauber is. Somebody ping Dauber and find out where he is. Jay is asking how often I camp. That really depends. I used to camp a lot. The past few years, it's sort of, I've got a very young daughter again, so I have to be home a lot more than I used to. So, I'll go out a couple of weekends, and then I'll do like a glamping trip with the family or two, kind of thing. But I am way outside the phase in my life where I could just sort of hit the woods every 2 weekends. Nowadays I get it where I can, where and when I can. And trips are a lot shorter than. No, that's not true. That's BS. Because trips used to I used to take a lot of little weekenders. But I almost never went for a full-on week or 2 weeks or anything like that. So it's not like I'm missing the full long trips. I mean, I am, because I want to be taking longer trips, but it's the little overnighters that have sort of dried up on me in a big, big way. At one point, we would do like a family camp out, and then I would take Camille for like a long weekend right before school starts, sort of as a see you later summer kind of thing. But yeah. So I don't know. How often do you camp, Jay? If you're one of these guys who gets to camp every weekend, I'm going to be so envious of you. Jim says, I've done a small knife, but it's basically just a flattened nail. You use gas, but prefer coal. Yeah. If I was to start, and I'm not going to, I have so many things that I do. Having a little forge is just something that maybe in the next life, but I would have to do a gas forge because of, excuse me, because the city of Montreal has permanently banned burning solids like wood and coal and stuff like that, and fireplaces and all that. The only thing you can really have is either gas or like a pellet stove. But it's just like, to me, I prefer the aesthetic of burning wood or charcoal or whatever in any case than having a wood a gas fireplace, for instance. And so I see a forge in the same way. Like I'm enchanted by the traditional view of a forge, a smith centuries ago pounding away, the big bellows and all that stuff. The closer you can get to that sort of, I think it was Martin once called me a romantic on stuff like this, because so much of what I'm interested in is the older version, But yeah, I'd say to go back to Jay, I used to try to get out at least once a month, kind of thing. Didn't always happen. Oh, Grace says at least once a month, usually 2 or 3 nights. I support this so much. Hike says the 90s was your lost decade for hiking and camping. I was raising the children when they were young, so everything was family oriented. That's exactly where I am right now. I'm just waiting for my kids to hit their double digits. Well, Camille's like, she's not double digits. She's 9 now. Yes, Mark, I could live in the Laurentians, but the Madame works in situ. What she does, which I'm not going to talk about here, she can't work full time from the house. Martin tries to do at least one night each month. I am very interested in that igloo camping you're talking about. I think that's going to be really cool. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Dave, and we have covered many, many subjects tonight. I had started out sort of riffing off of conversations I had earlier today about, having, finding things that you can feel grateful for during these times. But we've really sort of, we've wandered around. Hey, Mel. I'm just going to mute myself for a sec here.
How you guys doing?
Evidently, I'm doing just great.
Yeah, your sinuses, huh?
So much dust down here.
Aw.
Oh, well. Hey, IRC is here too. Nice. He was up in the woods today by...
Hey there.
He's from out east. He was up in the... how are you, Rain Dance? I'm doing great, except for the dust in here.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Grace. Hi, Cliff. Hi, Mark.
Oh, we got a good team here tonight. Team.
What? You and me?
No, I was saying... Yeah, of course. That's totally what I'm talking about. Now. It's the Mal and Jesse show all night.
There you go. Yeah, Grace gets a lot. She gets to camp out a lot. She's got her son, and they go out together quite a bit to go camp, which is awesome.
Yeah, when Camille's a little older, I think. No, when Clémence is a little older, so that Camille and I can leave.
Yeah.
Without leaving the Madame kind of. Then I would really like to sort of kick it up a notch.
That'd be cool. It's like me every year I try, since we know we do have young children, it's harder to get out. Like I was hearing you earlier, I was like, yeah, I totally feel you. I have to wait until Ben's gone with the kids, or if the grandparents have the kids, to do something cool. And I'm trying to get them used to like the idea of sleeping outside. But it's like trying to go a little bit further every year. And that's what I'm going to try to do too. Like I just started near the house, and now next year I'm going to go a little further, and so.
Well, one thing that Cody and I did a lot of this past summer into sort of fall is we camped in the backyard in a little 2-person tent that actually Tenenbaum gave me.
Yeah.
A little hubba. Just because we weren't getting into the woods, because that was when we were in like hard ass lockdown, right? Like roadblocks and everything, couldn't get off the island. So we were like, well, what can we do?
Yeah.
Backyard.
I mounted the tent in my house, like literally in my house.
In the living room?
Yeah, in the living room. I moved the couch in the kitchen, and we just did like a cinema day. It was pretty cool.
Jackie, who's not here right now, she did a living room small tent with her kids, with the adventure kiddos, she calls them.
Yeah.
Where is she? Oh,
I don't know.
But I don't know if I could. I guess I could set up that tent in the living room.
Yeah, we watch TV in it. It's like a big one too. I have like a 6-person tent.
I have a 6-person tent, but I sure as hell don't have a 6-person living room.
Yeah.
So if I was to set up a tent in the living room, it would be the little 2-man, 2-person One daddy, one small daughter. She's not small, man. She comes up to
Yeah.
here on me now.
Oh wow.
You know,
She's
when
getting
she
tall.
first started appearing on my videos, she was, she was knee high to a grasshopper.
They grow up
But,
so
oh,
fast.
man, jeez, crazy.
Yeah.
Cliff says, if it's the Mal and Jesse show, wouldn't it be the messy show?
The messy show with a Y.
He's on fire tonight, man.
I know. Where's Russell?
We need Russell. We need Russell.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if the internet's going to be good tonight. There's a mad blowing snowstorm right now. We're expecting 50 centimeters, which is, I don't know how many inches that is. Like, I don't know. Let me go check.
Yeah.
So much snow.
Yeah, I think we got like 24. But it's still snowing, but
The school's closed down at before noon. Like the school called me, "Are you there if we send your daughter back home?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" "Oh, because we're shutting everything down." I'm like, "It's not even snowing." They're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna take precautions." As soon as she got here, boom, it just
boom,
started intense.
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
50 centimeters to inches is almost 20 inches.
Mark says, yeah, about 18. Wow, Dale says, kids grow up so fast. My youngest turns 27 this year.
Aw. Wow.
They're a lot taller at 27 than they are at 2.
I know. My daughter's going to be in March 20th. She's going to be 6 years old, and she's like already, look, I'm puny. I'm a puny person. She's like up to here.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to pass me up, girl. It's crazy. She's way tall.
Well, her dad is a tall guy, though, isn't he? Or relatively tall?
No, he's like 5'7".
Okay, it's just because you must be really small then, because if he's 5'7" and he looks that much taller than you.
Yeah, I'm really puny. I swear.
Huh.
I'm 5 feet tall.
Yeah. Hike with Mike is saying I need to make myself a hot toddy. I'll do that after, because I don't have like a little stove and stuff right here. But yeah, afterwards I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm the baby of the family on my side. My parents, well, we're like a really big, like mixed up family, and I was the last one to be born. And yeah, I'm 31 or 32. I don't even remember. And the oldest, I think, is like 55.
Wow.
Yeah, so we got like a lot of years difference.
Well, we're not having more than 2 kids, and there's 7 years difference between them.
Yeah.
Which is a long time, and it's longer than we had planned. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the way it shook out.
Oh no, my oldest sister's 50. My older brother's 52.
I'm gonna see if I can put up a tent in the living room, like at the weekend.
Yeah.
You know,
Do it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I even set up like the laptop in there, and so that they can watch like their little show.
Yeah.
And then we opened up the big thingy, and then got a whole bunch of pillows, and yeah, we camped out in the living room. You gotta get creative.
Yeah, you really do. Heck, like Mike said, I did a couple of backyard campouts too when everything was closed. Luckily, I have some small woods in the backyard. I did a lot of gear reviews there. Man, I do not. I am like boom up against. Well, in fact, my house is attached to one, and then there's a driveway, and then another house, and behind us is like an apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
Not really apartments, like flats. So I would love a yard with a little bit of forest in it. Mark says, do a live stream from inside the tent in the living room. Not responsible for your Cairo bill afterwards. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'd be like, I can't handle it. I'd have to use the laptop.
Mm-hmm.
That laptop's on the way out, man.
Oh no. At least you were able to get that one video done.
Yeah. Well, at some point I have to get this damn machine running properly.
Yeah. I'm actually going to be probably getting a new computer maybe next month, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I think for like if you're doing as much video editing as we do, a good computer is not really it's not an optional thing.
No, yeah, I need a more powerful computer because it's taking me forever to edit videos.
Yeah. Yeah, and me too.
There's Russell.
Russell's here.
Yep.
Russell. I keep dropping the invite to come on down below, but no one's biting except for Mal tonight.
I'm an easy catch.
This could get awkward really fast, so let's just move right along.
I'm the worst for shooting those awkward moments. It's so funny. Even like I'm just always like that in parties. I always like. I was showing on the live stream the other day. My American friends wanted to see a bag of milk, and so I showed them, and I'm like holding it, and I'm like, "You see,
No,
it's just like a, you know."
Of course, and exactly what I was afraid. Russell, I was like, no, that's not what I meant to do. Actually, Dave says that tent camping in my living room would make it for a good video. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. Like Cody and I'll do a little little living room backcountry camp.
Yeah, started out. You're outside. Today we're going into the wild. Do like a wild man sort of thing, and then like you go into.
We're hunting the Sasquatch. We're looking for a Sasquatch. If we're lucky, we'll see Les Stroud also looking for a Sasquatch.
Cliff has a good idea. Do you guys have dad jokes?
God. He's like, I got dad jokes. Okay, let me tell you, I got me some dad jokes, but he's the worst. The worst.
Cliff?
No, I'm talking about
yes,
Cliff. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The worst.
I have two people subtitling my YouTube channel right now, so I'm sorry if I'm going back and forth to my phone. They're asking me a whole bunch of questions like, what do you say here? I need to translate it and blah blah. So I feel like a big shot right now.
Yeah. I subtitled a couple of episodes, and sort of the dark secret is, man, if you have subtitled episodes, you get more views.
Yeah.
You really do. Hold on. Yeah, sure, Dale. Backyard tent is an option when the weather is warmer. We absolutely do. Right now, though, there are like these tiny little hills for the 2-year-old to slide down all over the backyard. So it's not. Cliff.
You can always come here.
Russell's asking, subtitled into what? When I do my own subtitles, I'm just putting English below me for people who can't really hear all that well.
I'm doing French subtitles on all my English videos.
I was going to say, but if you do that, because YouTube does it automatically, but the subtitles are terrible.
Yeah.
Like they're absolutely terrible.
Even the English captions are terrible. Sometimes, oh my gosh, sometimes I'll go over them and I'll be like, I did not say that. And
no, it's terrible.
It's really bad, like bad words.
Yeah. There's a channel I sometimes watch called Behind the Bar, and with Cara Devine, and she's Scottish. And as an experiment, she let YouTube subtitle her videos in English. And because she's Scottish, YouTube completely destroyed practically half of what she said. James Fried asked me, says I should build my own PC. It's a great way to learn a new skill and occupy time during the lockdown. Also, it's a lot cheaper. It's funny that you should say that because that's what I did. The sides are off just because I'm swapping hard drives around. It's supposed to be a Hackintosh, and right now it only works in Windows. Because of course it does.
I'm not going to do it myself, but I'm probably going to get one built. But I'm not going to do it myself because I don't have the time.
Right. Hey, Dave.
I'm having somebody subtitle my own videos, so I don't have time.
Hey, good evening, guys.
How's it going? There's that mic.
There it is.
Yeah. As soon as I'm playing gigs again, I'm gonna get me one of those.
I hear him very low though tonight.
Volume is a little low on Dave's channel
Yeah.
sometimes, but
All right,
those mics are kind of low volume. They need What's the one that you're using again?
I have the Shure SM7B, and I'm using the McBoost Radial.
The McBoost, yeah, okay. Because
Yeah.
there are like 3 or 4 that all seem to work rather well for that mic.
Yeah, I think Cloud Lifter is another name as well. That's quite good.
Yeah, that's the one I'd sort of set my sights on. But I don't remember why.
So I'm using this new experimental feature within StreamYard that you can go into your audio settings. You can turn off echo cancellation, put it on stereo audio, and then you can adjust your mic volume. I'll turn it up a little bit if it sounds low.
I have echo cancellation here.
Yeah.
I don't have stereo mode.
Yeah,
Well,
so it recommends that if you use stereo mode, that you should have a like a good quality microphone, which you do, and a headset on, so you can kind of adjust the volume.
Yeah.
I have echo cancellation on, but I don't have the stereo option. I wonder if it's because I'm going through an external box, like a music box.
You can't have both at the same time. You can't have echo cancellation and stereo audio at the same time.
Yeah, like I think if you turn off,
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you turn off echo cancellation, turn on stereo.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because I don't need echo cancellation.
Right, and then turn off automatic mic volume, and then you can adjust your own volume that way. And
Right.
Oh, yeah, you sound way better now.
Like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me?
No, Jess
Okay.
sounds much better.
Because I sound so much
What
richer
about me?
and more masculine. You sound great.
You sound great as well.
Terrific.
Okay. I don't know. I just put the volume up, but I have no idea like if it's too loud.
You don't sound too loud to me.
Yeah, no, it sounds great on my end.
Okay. I don't hear Jesse though. Do you hear Jesse?
Yeah, it's like ASMR channel he's doing there now.
Now I'm going to drink some whiskey. You know, I
don't know why I don't hear Jesse. Is that my problem? Is that on my side?
Everyone tell her that it's her problem.
Yeah, if you'd only have mono on, because he's in stereo mode right now, you might only hear one. No, actually, I'm not sure why you don't hear him.
You don't hear? Oh, no. Okay, wait. I'm going to go back to my audio. Well, maybe it's, like I said, the wind and everything. And I don't know. I don't understand why I'm not hearing it. I'm just going to turn everything back to normal.
Dave, tell Mallory that I'm going to spend the rest of the night talking in interpretive dance so that she can understand what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll leave and I'll come back.
So Jesse said that he's going to spend the rest of the evening talking in interpretive dance, so you can understand what he's saying.
Okay, I'll hop up and I'll come back on. I'll see what's going on. I don't know why I don't hear him.
Okay.
Poor Mal. Poor Mal. You know, it's funny because I'm sitting here saying, okay, we're going to do some backyard camping and we're going to camp in the living room and everything. And that's an issue that you really don't have to deal with when you live in an urban situation like I do, isn't it?
Sorry, my internet's having a problem here. Sorry, Jess, could you repeat that again?
I said that I'm struck fairly often how having to do backyard camping the way we do, or living room camping, is a product of living as urban as I do. Hi, Mal. Hi, Mal.
I can't hear you. What's going on?
I can hear him perfectly. I don't know, Jess, maybe go back and
yeah, I'll switch myself.
The stereo option.
That is so weird.
Okay, Mal, how's that?
I hear you.
Whoa.
I hear you now.
But now there's an echo.
On my end?
Hello? No, me.
I hear you fine.
Okay, we're not going to troubleshoot this all night because we're going to bore everyone else, but this is now very, very bizarre.
I hear you just fine. Like, Perfect.
Weird. The hell's going on? Russell says he's eating pie right now and he can join later.
All right.
To which I say, I have no pie. So I'm envious.
All right. Yeah,
Hold on
so
a second.
Dave, do you have any dad jokes?
Why? Because Cliff's not here. Dave has to do the dad jokes?
Oh my gosh, sorry about the audio.
Yeah, it looks like Mark's saying that there's an echo on Jess's, and now I'm not sure. Jess, you still have the echo cancellation?
No, but I'm going to put it back on. This is redonkulous. Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm still echoing.
Weird. I hear you perfectly fine.
Really? No
Yeah.
echo? How's about now?
No. What about you, Dave?
I hear him perfect. There's a little bit of an echo. It's almost as if there's like you're listening through your speakers, and there's kind of like a little delay between what I'm saying to what I'm hearing.
Huh.
Hold on a second. Hello?
Yeah.
No, I thought maybe it was that these were leaking, but they're not. I can't hear anything coming from these. So we've ruined everything, kids. We've ruined it all.
That's my fault for even discussing it. I apologize.
Aw.
Bite your tongue. Oh, I'm just gonna have to deal with it because I don't. I'll do a little problem solving later.
Aw. Here, wait. I'm gonna mute you on the StreamYard side here, and I'm going to listen in on the YouTube to see how you sound.
Okay, works for me. Wow, Russell knows a lot more about Star Trek than I thought. Hey,
There you go.
Yeah.
Whatever you done just then worked perfectly.
but it wasn't me. It was Mal.
So maybe it might be Mal that's creating the echo.
Mal. But now we can't hear Mal. This is the weirdest.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Amazing.
All right.
Russell's gone. He's going deep into the Star Trek here.
Klingons. Oh. Oh yeah. I bet.
So, like Lakes and Hikes and Mark are both saying that we were all coming out of different speakers, and now I don't know where we're coming out of. But you are definitely the source of the echo, Mal. Bad Mal.
Yeah. Well, it was because I'm the one that put the gain up, and I put myself in stereo mode and stuff. So probably that's my mic isn't probably set up for that.
You're just not a team player.
I'm sorry.
I think maybe because you didn't have a headset on, that whatever
Oh,
audio source may have
Maybe
been
Yeah.
interfering.
mm-hmm.
that could be it.
Yep. That's very, very,
Very legit. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. All right. So a lot of people are still talking about that, but we're moving on. Ah, rats. Martin's going to bed. All right.
Martin.
Good night, Martin. Speak to you soon. Brandon says we're all good now. Good. Okay, so I'm glad that they're hearing it as well as we are now.
Yes.
Good.
Sorry about that. So
Yeah.
so I heard the businesses and everything are reopening on the 8th here on February 8th. So like but the curfew's still going to be on.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I have so little faith in our government when it comes to trying to figure out what the hell they're doing. If that's political, I'm not going to talk about it. But yes,
Well, I'm just happy because I'm going to be able to go get a haircut. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, I definitely need a haircut too. It's really bad.
Oh, come on.
Get a little hippie like. Starting to curl. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm a lying sack of stones. I actually cut my own hair last night. Now, Mal, I got to ask you this for Russell's sake.
Okay.
Are you going to get bangs?
No, I'm not going to get bangs. I'm not gonna please your fetish, Russell.
I was gonna say I'm gonna tell him you said that, but he's listening. So.
But no, I already had bangs when I was younger, and I can't stand them with my toque and everything, and then get my eyes.
Yeah, they
No,
all get itchy.
no, I'd rather just put them in a bun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vivian's the same way. She likes to put her hair back up because with her balaclava and her toque on, it's just usually a pain.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and in the wind in the summer, oh no, and you have to go get them cut every like 2 months.
Yeah.
That's too much maintenance for me.
Way too much.
Like I go get my hair cut once a year, so.
Once a
now
year?
we have
Yeah.
Say have your premiere on Thursday, I hear.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm premiering, and I got like all those cool little features that YouTube is like nowadays, that you have a premiere that you can show your trailer be ahead of time, and then at the end of the stream you can redirect everybody into a private or public live stream. So I'm going to try
Wow.
that out, and I'm going to do something special with that live stream. I'm going to
Nice.
edit, and I'm going to get Ben's reaction to the video.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I didn't know
I
that
also-
all those
I
new
also
things
heard
were
that
there
YouTube
for.
is-
Yes, Dave?
Oh, sorry. My power is blinking here, so I may be losing you guys here
Uh-oh.
any moment. But I hear that YouTube is offering a new feature for live streamers where the audience could take their best moments of the live stream and they can clip it and they can share it on the community tab.
Really?
Wow, that
Just
sounds
about to roll
cool.
out. Yeah.
That is cool.
That's probably going to roll out for someone because there's a lot of stuff that I can't access because it's like 10,000 subs and up. So maybe because that sounds way too good for someone at my level. Hi, Russell.
Hey. Oh, Mark, it's
Ah.
at 8:00 Eastern time on Thursday.
I
There we
scared
go,
myself.
So what kind of pie was it, Russell?
Who the fuck was that? It was a blueberry pie, actually. You know what? And
Legit choice.
It was an American pie.
I've lost it.
You lost the pie?
That sounds weird, doesn't it?
Kind of does. But then again, you're Russell, so par for the course. There he goes.
Man, these days I just want to sing. I hope that I'm gonna have enough snow to build myself a Quincy. Like last year I told you guys I wanted to build a Quincy and build myself a little studio in there.
Yeah.
And we haven't had enough snow. Oh, that's cute. A cute little
Oh.
pie.
Yeah, so
Look
it's
at that cutie pie.
like a single pie.
Yeah.
Blueberry used to be my favorite. Apple's not my favorite, but I thought I'd try blueberry because these are fairly new, and I wanted to see how they are. But
Oh,
It's
they're
good.
fairly new? Okay.
yeah, well, they're around here, and I just stuck it on the wood stove for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I've been eating those pies since I was a kid.
Really, this brand?
No, not that brand, but that tiny little pie. It comes in a little aluminium cup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
My
fun.
favorite,
Maybe
of
get
course,
some
was the
more
sugar
wine.
pie because I'm Quebecois.
Is that like a butter tart, but without raisins or anything fun?
No, raisins are not fun.
It's sugar, right? It's a cup of sugar. You just
Cup of sugar, a little bit of cream, I think.
on a,
James says, yeah, I've got shoulder length hair. It's in a ponytail most of the time. That, along with the beard, I'm starting to look like a real backwoodsman. Backwoodsman's a good look to have. God knows, when I was younger, like in my 20s, I had the same look going. Wire rim glasses and everything. Oh, I was so irritating, but I think that the look was pretty bang on. Wearing Aran sweaters, writing poetry, reading Jean-Paul Sartre.
Hey, Dave, by the way, good to see you. Or good to hear you.
Yeah, good to see you, Russell.
Why are some nights like you're able to live stream sometimes, and then some nights are like this where you can't live stream?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening tonight, but my power. So everything I have right now is plugged into. Let me see what it's called. It's just one of those like APC units, and I keep hearing it going off every like minute, 2 minutes, and then
Is
my
that the
lights
beep
are
we just
flickering.
heard?
Yeah, that's exactly what you just heard.
Oh.
So it's like the voltage is dropping or something. So my
Oh, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose
Yeah.
it. I guess you haven't gotten your Jackery yet.
no, actually, I did get my Jackery. So if the power goes out, I'll be using that next.
Well, that should do you for a bit anyway.
Yeah.
I have
at least he's
I-
got a really great voice.
Good point. I got one of those UPCs under my desk. It's weird because we're not supposed to ever lose our power because we're on the same circuit as a hospital, but it still goes down. And every time the power goes down, I'm like, geez, I hope the hospital's okay.
They don't have generators?
Oh yeah, they should all have
The hospital,
generators
yeah,
out
absolutely.
Yeah.
will.
Did they blame you? They're like, oh fuck, Jess is live streaming again.
Jesse's live streaming. God, why? You're live streaming. You got someone from the Northwest Territories on there. Of course, all of our energy is going to
I was like, we
join
lost 3 patients again tonight because of Jess. Jesus.
the stupid live stream,
Oh well.
The messy live stream.
the messy live stream.
So what's
That's
the,
it.
It's a tough cross to bear, but I'll bear it.
what's the subject here tonight?
Well, we started with finding ways to feel to find gratitude in weird times, such as those we're living in. And then it just sort of morphed into people. It's amazing how many people have set up their tents in their living rooms in this chat and stuff like that.
Tents or are they forts?
Well, in my house, it's very often a pillow fort. In fact, I'm really freaking tired of building pillow forts.
If they're
The blankets
are they
everywhere.
couch cushions? Because if they're couch cushions, it's got to be a fort.
Yeah. But no, most of what we're talking about is actual putting up a tent. Like I'm gonna try to put up my little 2-man tent right in front of the TV, and we. I just gotta okay this with the madame before I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna video it, and I'm gonna bloom, and let me just do a little groundwork, a little homestead groundwork.
There you
first.
go. I'm grateful for YouTube these days during these times because I get to connect with all you guys, even though we're all on lockdown.
Yep.
I'm grateful for you guys.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't for YouTube, I don't know what my headspace would be right now. Because it's not that great anyway right now. It's like so many weeks. It's like Friday or it's Monday morning or something, and I'm like, if I can get to my live stream, I'm okay. Because it's like this isn't really therapy or anything, but it's something I like doing, and it sort of takes the edge off the week.
Yeah.
Even though it's at the beginning of the week, but because I work from home these days and I'm a parent, every day is Monday anyway. So like to me, a week is a 7-day period, no matter which day it starts on.
Cheers to that.
What do you have in there, Mel?
Just wine.
Just wine. Box
Not
wine?
box wine. No.
Okay.
It's actually really good. It's called Princesse Maudite. And it's really good. Princesse
Maudite.
Yeah, Princesse Maudite means like darn princess.
Damn princess.
Yeah. And it's really good.
That's
like,
the best name
it's
ever.
in my wine these days. It's from France.
Bonjour.
I'm drinking a whiskey now that I reviewed earlier today. Haven't edited it yet, so it's not out. This is when I was saying at the beginning of the episode of tonight that I saw snow coming down, so I was like, "Oh, I'm going to run out. I'm going to do my whiskey review. It's going to be so pretty, reviewing my whiskey, drifting snow." And I ended up sort of like huddling with like my jacket around it, so that because it was filling with snow and I was freezing, and like sort of. I hope you guys can hear me over the wind. I finally just ran inside. Like, I hope I got something that I can use.
Oh man, I feel you. I went out for a TikTok video earlier and I sent it to Russell. My horses, I was like, okay, I usually ask my horses if they want to come in, and I opened the door and the horses just like popped in my face, and I'm like, holy, okay, come in. It was like so full of snow.
Bye, Mallow. We're going in now, Mallow. Bye.
Yeah. Hi, Sean in Alaska.
Oh my God, Sean in Alaska.
Yeah, all Canadian panel tonight. That's pretty cool.
Rats.
You didn't send it out?
I took it to the post office, and they said, "Oh no, if this is going out of the country, you have to fill out all the paperwork from home and
All of
just print it
these.
out." Yeah,
Yeah,
and so I said,
I
"Okay," and I
know.
came home and I put it here, and I forgot about it. Sean. Okay.
I know. I have 3 international packages just waiting for a little written note for me to send out, and then we got a snowstorm. Everything's
And
closed.
like with what I sent you, I forgot to put a note in. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I'll send it. I'll send it. Rats.
I can't wait to see how much it's going to cost me to send out these 3 packages. I hope I'll be able to send them all out in one shot.
Where are you sending them?
One's going to Hawaii, and there's 2 maple syrup cans in there, so it's really heavy. One's going out to Foxit, and one's going out to Grace.
Okay, so they're all going to the States.
Yeah.
All right. That's your saving grace, because I sent a spoon to Hamza in Tunisia, and the shipping was 80 Canadian dollars.
Yeah. Well, see, I sent out my power washer, and it was
Yep.
really light. It was it was pretty light out to oh man, where was it in the States? I don't remember, but it cost me like $55.
If that was going to Tunisia, because I mean, Canada Post works, Canada, US, international, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And the power washer was lighter than the 2 cans of maple syrup. That's the worst part.
Mhm.
I don't want to, spoiler alert on my other channel. This whiskey I reviewed today, I think I gave it a 6.5. It was a bit of a letdown.
Out of what?
10.
Yeah. You should always use a new scale every time. 6.5 out of 13.
Today I'm giving this one a blue out of red to green.
Oh, if you're gonna go colors, just say I'm giving this a blue. That's it. Just don't
blue.
use a scale. Yeah, it's a blue.
Yeah. And then the next one. This one's a puce.
Yeah.
Chartreuse. I went to art school my whole life, so I know too many color names, dude. Art school.
I can't see half of them, so it doesn't matter to me.
Are you colorblind? Or just like old?
There are many colors I can't see.
Really?
Pigments. I'd say pigments I can't see. So some like it might look purple to me where it's actually pink, that sort of thing.
Okay. Interesting. Mal.
Yeah.
Cliff is asking how much it costs to ship to him.
Yeah, I just answered. I actually was supposed to go to the post today, but then the school called. It was a snow day, so I had to be here to wait for my daughter for school, and so I wasn't able to get out today because I wanted to do a handwritten note. I thought it was important, and so I'm probably if there's not too much snow tomorrow, I'll go tomorrow. I'll let you know.
I am terrified of tomorrow being declared a snow day. Because if I have my 2 kids home, I'm going to get nothing done. Like nothing. I like my kids, but let's be realistic.
I hear you. Tomorrow my live stream is about starting a homestead with kids. And I'm going to do like a message in the beginning to my kids that are watching, like in the future.
Yeah.
Like, I swear I love you. No matter what I say to them.
No matter what.
Yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm gonna know tomorrow if it's not a snow day. So I got all my papers. We had to fill all these papers out in advance. So I guess I'll know tomorrow.
Yeah,
Guys,
so I gotta get on those 2.
Real quick. I gotta jump off here real quick. I can hear everything just like dimming down. I feel like I'm going to lose the power here any second. So
all right,
Dave.
Cool. I'll chat with you guys soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you later, Dave.
All right. Peace out.
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya.
That's too bad. He's always got something interesting to say. He's a fascinating dude. But I guess living up there, it's, the power situation is Russell, you've got a power situation fairly often too, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Situational.
Situational.
It looks really good tonight, though. Your image is really clear and perfect tonight, Russell.
Thanks. It's too bad I'm in the way, right?
Oh.
It's okay. Russell's got bangs.
Yes. See that, Mallory? Bangs. Okay.
He's getting a haircut soon, Russell.
Let's put it to the test. Okay, who here on the screen has bangs and who has more subscribers?
Okay, that's first of all, I lose everything in that.
Nicholastic
equation.
doesn't have bangs.
Does Joe Robinette have bangs? Kind of depends on the
Sort
day with
of.
him. Yeah.
Joe
Sort
does.
of.
He has front hair.
Yeah.
I don't know if all your hair is short. Can you really call it bangs? Yeah, I guess you'd still call it bangs, wouldn't you?
I have one
Knock
bang.
me down,
There we go.
bang, bang.
There's a bang.
I'm not, Mallory. I'm not much for buns either.
I'm okay with buns. What I hate is the top knot. That's not a good look.
Because you put your hair in a bun and people start calling you ma'am. That's a good video, ma'am.
It's never happened. Never happened.
Never happened.
No.
This conversation could very easily go completely pear-shaped.
Well, I got braids in my next video, so.
Braids. Russell, how are you with braids?
Braids? I had long hair. Went back when I was married.
I also had long hair.
Bleh. When we got married, I had long hair. I had shoulder length hair.
What is
Like when you were
saying?
married. Has
Yeah.
everything changed on you recently?
No. No, I never braided my hair. I ponytailed it a lot, but I never braided it. And I didn't
have a
have
light in
bangs.
back of me.
Yes, you do. In fact, if you had a light in back of you like I do, everyone could see how nightmarishly messy your life is too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't. That's why I don't turn on my big light.
Backlighting is actually important for live streams.
Yes, it
Yes.
is. But I need to buy one, and I got more important things to buy for now.
Mal, I do want to give you the secret, although you might not have an IKEA next to you. That backlight was like $9.
Yeah, maybe Dollarama would have something.
They probably do.
Yeah, you can use anything, really.
Yep.
Dollar
Yeah.
Tree. I'm going in. Oh no, everything's shut down.
No, you're not going. You're not doing anything, Mal. You're not going anywhere.
Well, I'm going. My daughter got an operation. She got a little plastic surgery on her ear, and so we have to go remove her stitches tomorrow. On Thursday. So I might go out into town on Thursday for that.
Because town will totally be bustling. Stop off, relax with a little bit of coffee, by which I mean go up to the takeout window and then stand on a street corner.
No, actually eat it in your car. That's
Yeah,
what we do.
in your car, yeah.
Ah, it's so exciting to eat in the car and have your Fruitopia spill all over the back seat.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's fun. That happened to me last week,
Great.
and it froze.
That's actually ideal because then you can sort of break it off.
No, you're gonna wait a few days before washing it.
All right, fair enough. I'm trying to help you here, Mel.
I'm sorry. Yep.
Should we see if anyone else wants to come and chat with us?
Sure. Are we too boring?
No, you're not boring. You're just I feel that, there might be people out there like I want to get on, but I can't find the link. I have such fascinating dad jokes to tell.
Oh, like Cliff? I
He's
love
bad.
dad jokes. Wait,
Really?
yeah, I do. I love jokes.
Dude, you should be living with me then, because man, my family are so tired of me right now. It's like, Daddy, what? It was great. No.
Yeah, my dad's the
Wow.
worst too. He's got like
Yeah.
the jeu de mots.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, jeu de mots is like just he switches the words around on everything,
Yeah.
and he goes far. Sometimes he goes really far. Like,
Does he go too far?
yeah, like you're like, what'd you say? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you just don't laugh.
Yeah. That's good, Dad. You just great.
But sometimes he's got really good ones. So.
Yeah.
Let's do some
Russell?
dad jokes now.
Since our last conversation, I would like you to know that this live stream is monetized. Purely because of the last conversation we had in the green room last time, where you guys sort of gave me crap about not being active enough on the monetization.
I don't see the dollar sign.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, but Cliff has trouble with colors, so
Why do I not see it?
I see it. I gave him a what was it, a $10 super chat last time or $5? I said
you
stop
can-
yawning.
Yeah. That's not funny, man. That's not funny. You're making me look bad in front of my viewers. What's up with that?
What?
That's weird.
I was yawning a lot last time, though, man. Whew.
It's weird when I pop out the chat, the dollar sign goes away.
That's
Oh.
weird.
Not
Oh
that
yeah, that's weird. I can't give myself a super chat when I pop it out. What's up with that? Huh.
We only viewers if we have eyes.
Good point. Strange point. To be straight with you, strange point. But I'll take it. Dale says, actually, that's not a bad. Dale says, dad jokes are great when your kids are teenagers. It can diffuse some of the worst of events. Absolutely. Thanks for the $2 donation there, Russell.
I have nothing better to do tonight.
Oh, did that? Oh, that was for my own notes. I didn't mean to put that in the thing.
Well, you didn't mean to give me a hit, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis.
Hey, y'all. How you doing?
Oh, great. Except I missed your live stream again tonight due to family
That's
stuff. So I'm
okay.
going to have to watch it tomorrow again.
No biggie. It's-
I was there in and out, and I kept on doing little dots
Did you
because
do
yeah,
the
yeah.
dots?
I seen you there. I said hi to you the one time. I seen you pop
Yeah.
back in there.
Yeah, I do the dots too, just to show Mal that I'm here.
Mallory, do I keep spelling your name incorrectly?
Mallorie.
Okay. I think I always do one L. So,
Oh,
okay. Bing, click, and head. There we go.
no
How you
worries.
doing, Russell?
Oh, that's terrible. I hate it when people spell my name wrong.
Are you SEL?
Ruzel. Hey there, Ruzel. Oh, dude, I'm calling you Ruzel from now on. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I like Rassle.
Razzle?
Hey, that Russell guy's pretty crafty with his editing. He had that little magic trick in his last video there when he was doing the wood pile and he dropped the whole pile with one piece.
Oh, that was terrible, actually.
Some people wish they could cut that much wood with one piece, right?
Just like snap your hands and like,
Yeah.
That was terrible. When I got to editing that, I was like, everything changed. Like the shadows changed. The sun wasn't out anymore. I was like, oh, it looks terrible. But I just left it. But
Yeah, sometimes you got to deal with what you got.
the fuck.
but you know, the lighting change. Oh, that drives me nuts. Because sometimes what I'll do is I'll just like I'm talking and then I say, or I sneeze, or I say, again. And so I just cut that out. But between the last thing I said, that and the next thing, the sun has come out.
Yeah.
So I do this cut, and it's like, boom.
Exposure.
Like, oh God, this is terrible. Maybe no one will notice. Like, no one's gonna notice that.
Yeah.
So wait, you took out
Sometimes I'll take it out. It's like what I call a vocal tick I have. I'll be talking, and blah, 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 and like after about 3 or 4 of them, every one of them sort of, it's like drilling at my last nerve ending,
Yeah, I hear you.
and so I start sort of.
We all have something like
Yeah.
that.
I say
Yeah.
so or
Yeah.
Is a tough one.
yeah. Or I have this weird twitch in my eyes when I'm really tired that I sort of like go like this. And that freaking annoys me. And I'm like, oh no, and I was saying something good. And I have to cut it out. And so I have a dad joke. Do
All
you wanna
right.
hear it?
Yeah.
You had to look it up.
Yes, I did.
She's got a
I'm not a
Rolodex of
dad.
bad jokes, right?
Okay, before you
I'm
tell
not
your
a
dad
dad.
joke, Mal,
I'm a mom.
one night I've told some people this, but not everyone, and I don't know who I've told. One night I was lying at bedtime with my eldest daughter, who at that point I think was like 7 or 8. I said, "Okay," and she told me this stupid, like, knock knock, who's there? Something that made no sense, kind of thing. You tell me a joke now, Daddy. And I was on the spot, and so I said, "Okay, what's the difference between a snowman and a snow woman?" And she said, "What? Snowballs." And then there was this like silence, and she said, I'm gonna get in so much trouble tomorrow, Daddy. And sure enough, apparently that joke was inappropriate for
Oh,
school.
You called that joke to your kid.
I was on the spot. I hate it when someone says, "Okay, tell me a joke." I'm like, "No." Like, no, come on, Daddy, come on, Daddy. He's like, "Okay, what's the difference between a snowman and a snow woman?" What? Snowballs.
Oh
And she's
my
like,
God.
I could see her face, like, oh, tomorrow's
You know
gonna
what?
be amazing.
Next time, give her like a good kiddie joke. Like, what do you get when you cross a donkey and an onion?
What?
A piece of ass that brings tears to your eyes.
Oh, mine sucks now.
I see that Dennis and I have
Okay,
very similar
Mallory, come on,
approaches to
here's your
parenting.
joke.
Yeah, I think the funniest part of Jess's joke is that Mallory had her joke already. Said, "I'm going to tell this joke," and Jess is like, "Oh, let me tell you my dad joke instead."
I'm
And
gonna
she's
get a
like,
better one now.
I'll still get the phone there, like your mouth is a little bit like.
Oh, and you probably already heard it already. That's the worst
All right, go
part.
ahead. Tell your.
It was posted 2 years ago.
You're not a dad, by the way, but go ahead.
I know. I'm not a dad. That's why
Yeah,
I
but
said I
mom
have to
jokes
look it up.
are by definition better than dad jokes.
No.
Okay, I'm hitting my mute.
How do you make holy water?
How?
You boil the hell out of it.
Oh. Oh God.
Don't do it, son. It's a dad.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh my gosh.
I should have a drum here.
Putting my phone down.
So what's everybody partaking in tonight?
Okay, I was having an Irish red by whatever a brasserie is brewing, and then I moved it up
Yeah.
to a little
Newcastle,
whiskey.
yeah.
Newcastle, it's a nice choice.
I'm having Damn Princess.
Damn princess,
Castle Brown Ale.
like
I'm,
damn princess.
I got something from a local brewery. If you could read it.
Get it. Get it.
That was the slowest cheers ever.
Get it the fuck on you. Oh, I just got what that title is. I'm not saying that on my live stream. I don't want to get demonetized.
Here's the Russell. Here's to Mallory's great joke.
Here's to Mallory's. Well, this is not local. Here's to Mallory's joke.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So what's cool is that we have, I think, Dennis, you're in Ontario, right?
Yeah.
So we have 2 Ontarios and 2 Quebecois.
Yeah.
There you go.
The 2 solitudes, as McClellan would say. That's kind of a literary.
Russell, something I noticed in your last video. I don't know how liberal you are with giving away your location or your general location, but you might want to take a look at the vapor barrier you have on the outside of your cabin.
Oh, Rashad.
Gives your generalized kind of location, unless you brought that in from way out.
No. They're in Tweed. I tell people I'm near Madoc, Ontario, but I like going to Tweed.
Okay.
No,
Isn't your wish list
if
address
anybody asks
your
where I
address?
am, sorry.
Isn't your wish list address your address?
Well, that's my mailing address. That's
Oh,
actually
okay.
the address of Mr. Wizard.
It's not your physical.
I don't have a
Okay.
physical address.
He doesn't
Yeah.
exist in the physical world. He's
Yeah,
completely
my
an online
address is the
avatar.
same as my mailing address. So when I do a giveaway, and I have to put my address, and so you guys are all gonna know my address.
Yeah, I have the same problem. I'm thinking of moving to a PO box,
Yeah, you
not
do.
because I care about people knowing, where I live with my 2,500 subscribers, but more because there's I don't know how to talk about this without making it sound cloak and dagger, but there's a security issue with the other adult in this house
Yeah,
and how her location should remain as secret as possible.
I feel you. I mean, I don't even share my address, and I already had 2 stalkers, so I know.
Yeah,
I
but
know
you're
how
a
it is.
female YouTuber. If you
Yeah.
didn't, you should be a little insulted.
I even had to go to my local grocery store and tell them, if somebody's looking, because that's what people do here. They'll go to the local grocery store because everybody knows you. They'll go to the co-op, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, just go all the way over there to the left, and you'll find her."
Yeah. Don't do that.
So I advise everybody, my pharmacy, everywhere. Said don't tell them.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a heck of a problem. I don't have that problem here. Nobody in town knows who I am.
I don't have
Yeah.
that problem because nobody's going to stalk a fat fucker like me. Oh, jeez.
Cling. There you go. Your monetization thing just went yellow.
Welcome to the messy live stream.
Sorry.
Video under review.
Yes, it's a
You drop
messy.
the F-bomb. Yeah. No, just when you become like it doesn't matter who you are, what you think of yourself. You get to a certain level, and God, I remember thinking, when I had my first stalker when I had 4,000 subscribers,
Really?
and I remember thinking, why? And some people are like, even with only 4,000 subscribers, you're a celebrity in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't like saying that because I don't feel that I'm a celebrity at all. But to some people, you're something, right? So
Yeah.
and people get weird around you when they see you as a celebrity. And so you got to be careful and you got to protect yourself, not just your location, but I used to live stream. Well, I still live stream, but I used to live stream all the time. And we had the same kind of core group of friends kind of always show up, and we started hitting other people's live streams. And if somebody tried to add me as a friend on Facebook, I'd be, yeah, sure, why not? And I learned the hard way that you can't just do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who? It's funny, Russell, because I was thinking about there's this guy Boogie2988. He's kind of a gaming
Boogie?
YouTuber. Yeah, Boogie2988.
Yeah, I know who he is.
You know who he is. Okay, I don't really watch there's a lot of stuff that he does that I don't watch, but sometimes he just does these sort of where he talks about something.
Yeah.
About like a current event thing or whatever, and somebody showed up at his door, and I think, man, if somebody shows up at my door, I'm gonna go full on crazy.
What if I got a pack of beer with me though?
Yes, dude, if you show up at my door, I'm gonna be so happy to see your face. I'm like, human contact, and he's got Ontario beer.
And that's exactly what Drop says in the chat. He says, I would tell a stalker that when they show up, did you bring beer? If no, I'd slam the door in their face.
Good old Drop. Let's just put that on screen. But like, yeah, I get what you're saying, Russell, and that's why I'm saying, like, even where I am, I'm kind of thinking maybe moving to a PO box for my home address so that I'm not giving out my home address all the time to anyone aside from Dennis. I mean,
well, and you got to watch, like, sometimes when you're sending things, they won't let you put a PO box down as a return address. I think maybe.
I just don't do a return. I say if it's lost, it's lost.
Packages too, yeah.
Yeah, or you just make up an address. Say, whatever. If it doesn't make it back to me, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I have all my mailings and stuff like that go to my business.
yeah,
There you go.
It's handy to have a business for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my business is at home, so
so is mine, right?
Yeah.
Well, mine was when I was a freelancer.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm friends with you. You guys probably don't know who Mr. Wizard is, but he runs a business close by. He's become a really good friend, and he has a business address, so I just have stuff shipped there. He doesn't mind.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
a real
nice.
address. It's not a PO box.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Dale says something good here. He says, yeah, you should also not share your birthdays online. Birthdays are commonly used for confirming financial transactions over the phone and online. And that's actually a really good point. And I should have thought of that before I told you guys that my birthday was May 21st earlier in this live stream.
Well, if you're on Facebook, that's already blown out of the water
Oh,
because
that's so true.
I get notices every day. It's such and such birthday. Do you want to post on their timeline?
Yeah, and like everybody knows on my
that's a good
side
point.
that I was born on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny how people are always like, why are you asking me these questions? And the other person can just say, well, because I'm too lazy to check your Facebook page, idiot. Like, we think we're so interested in our own privacy and everything, but we're not. If you have a Facebook account or an Instagram account or a TikTok, especially, like companies like TikTok and Zoom. I work for a company where they're both verboten because they're both Chinese, which means that they're both essentially part owned by the Chinese government, and the industry in which I work, that's an issue. For everyone else, it's kind of not. But we don't really care where our information is going, provided there's like a free service attached to it. Right? I mean, like most people don't think past yeah, of course I want, Gmail and a YouTube account and stuff. And then you end up in this point where like I guarantee you guys, like I dreamed of a car one night and then an ad for it popped up on my Facebook page. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh shit, yeah. Yeah, your computer is on and your mic is on. Somebody's listening.
So it's like,
I've had conversations with my wife here. While my computer was on and my mic was on, I sat down on my computer. Went to I don't know wherever, and suddenly an ad popped up for what we were just talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're always listening.
Amazon, Google, they're always I don't have Alexa in my house. I don't have Internet of Things in my house. I don't have Google Assistant or whatever it's called.
Use Gmail or Yahoo Mail or any of those. They're scanning your emails looking for information on products they can advertise you.
Well, hell, what about Dennis?
I got 3 of these and they're still all in the package and they will never be opened up. I keep getting them for gifts and they keep stacking up in the corner.
Yeah, I have one too.
What about these too, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey Siri. Yes, Jesse. Stop. Oh. I just said, hey Siri.
Holy crap.
Let's try this. Hey Siri, how do you hide a human body?
Wait, try it again.
Hey Siri, how do you hide a human body? See, that's what I'd want to do all day long if I had Siri.
I just had a video on TikTok. Talking about TikTok, you guys maybe go check mine. I just had a video blow up right now.
The horses one?
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm not on yet is TikTok.
It's funny. When TikTok first appeared, I went on it and then I took it off. Because it's just like
Kate.
Like all I was seeing was TikTok thoughts dancing. And I don't give a crap about TikTok thoughts dancing. I don't want to see it. I'm bored. Especially because it's all the same 10 dance moves.
But that's the thing though, is that when you start TikTok, when you get on there for the first few weeks, it takes a little while for the algorithm to really know what you really like. Yeah. And it'll show you like everything in batches.
Hey, Colin's here, by the way.
Who?
Colin.
Hi, Colin. And so it takes a little while, but that's like TikTok is my absolute favorite social media network right now. It's my absolute favorite because the algorithm is just so spot on once it knows what you like. But it'll show you like a whole bunch of crap in the beginning.
Those Chinese engineers, man, they know stuff, don't they?
They do. And seriously, I have way more viral videos on here than I do on YouTube.
And how much money have you made?
Well, you have to have 10,000 subscribers, followers to be monetized up there. So
how many do you have now?
5,000 or 6,000.
I know someone who just reached 10,000.
I've only been posting for 3 months.
Yeah. So how many views has your horse video got?
Well, right now it's at. I just posted it like an hour or something ago, and I have like over 30-something thousand views. I think now because it's not up to date. I see 21 on my screen, but it's usually not up to date. Like when it goes that fast, it's like way higher.
Nice.
Hey Jess, you want to play a good joke if you got a buddy that's got Alexa? Or Google in the house, and I always call it my buddy, and he never answers his phone. He always lets it go to voicemail so he can screen his calls. First thing I'll do, Alexa, turn on the lights.
Right.
Then he'll pick up. He'll start laughing, call me an asshole.
I just want to make sure.
You should say, Alexa, play share. Something like that.
Amazing. Hey, Dr. Sharp is here. Dr. Sharp Rothstein.
Play ABBA's greatest hits.
ABBA's greatest hits? Oh man, I'd be rocking.
Yeah.
Actually,
you ever look up who the Hollies are?
The Hollies, yeah. Why?
Oh, the one night there on Russell's live stream, somebody is asking about the Hollies.
Really?
He doesn't know who they are.
I don't know who the Hollies are, and I wouldn't remember the question anyway. So
I remember because I've always liked the Hollies. So
Like he ain't heavy as my brother.
yeah, long cool woman in a black dress.
Yeah.
There's a long cool woman in a black dress.
now I remember. Yeah, I thought Neil Diamond wrote that first song. Yeah, it's a good song.
Neil Diamond.
Oh
So,
gosh.
somebody just dropped their email in the side chat, and I'm
That's
just
Colin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna get like bashed in here because my horses are full of snow in this video, and that's exactly why I did my winter camping video outside with my horse and my dog, because I've been getting bashed so hard on TikTok, in the comments saying
You got to put blankets on them, okay?
Yeah,
You got to put blankets on them.
and you know what? Snow insulates them, and they do not need blankets, and I'm gonna show you in the video.
Snow is an excellent insulator, actually. Yeah, absolutely.
People don't understand horses.
They don't
People
understand.
snow.
They don't understand that wildlife can adapt.
Well, it's like you get the same thing with dogs. Oh, your dog's freezing cold out there.
No, it's
my
not.
dog's wearing a fur coat. Okay.
And they
My
get
dog can run out there in the ice and snow barefoot.
Oh, I get a lot of that. Oh,
Always the silliest thing when you see somebody putting little booties on their dogs. It's like, poor
Yeah.
dog.
Like, stop it.
Well,
The thing about those booties is because I think depending on the province you live in, they make more or less sense. Like if you live in Manitoba, it doesn't make sense because they throw sand on the streets. But in Montreal, where there's this really corrosive salt everywhere,
it's sharp.
You know?
It's sharp too. Like the dogs can cut their paws on that salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that there I can understand, but out in the bush.
Yeah, out in the bush. No, like, are you kidding me?
I got that a lot. I had the one video where I was out in the ice with the dogs, and Junebug was timid because she was afraid that the ice was gonna crack. And everybody's like, "Oh, your dog's paws are freezing. Get it off the ice."
And you're like, shut up.
No, they're fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Something I keep trying to pull the cork off this bottle, but one thing about Japanese whiskey is that very often it's a frickin' twist off.
Japanese whiskey?
Yeah, with Japanese whiskey, you can spend $100 on a bottle and it'll be a twist off.
I did that. I did a similar thing with a bottle of rum one night. I was 5 minutes trying to get the top off. I'm like, come on. And then I looked at it, and the cap was already off. I was just...
So, what you meant was you'd spent half that night drinking from the bottle, and then the second half trying to figure out why you couldn't get it open.
Yeah, I was pretty into it at that point. Yeah. It's like 10 minutes walking around the cabin going, come on.
Right. How many mods do I have here tonight, by the way? There's Mal, but she's busy chatting. I think I've got Simone here.
sorry. I'm a bad mod.
No, you don't expect. Just because, like, every now and again, someone will say something in the side chat, and I have the window open. Obviously, I have the StreamYard window here, and then I have the YouTube window open over there, and like I see like something that's hide or show, and I'm like, why would we hide this? When it was an email address, absolutely.
I unhid it. I did.
Oh, that was you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
See, I'm still moderating.
I'm watching him
I'm
stream there,
multitasking.
so I've been,
But
The
I'm
only
sort of
Dennis-
getting a little buzz though.
Are you getting a little buzzed?
Yeah.
You should be drinking whiskey like I'm doing, Mal. Because
I'm just so tired.
buzz, forget about it. I'm full on humming, man.
Trial
are
version.
we going to start doing shots here? Which one should I grab?
What do you have? Is that a Knob Creek? I'll tell you something.
Yeah,
And is that a Woodford Reserve?
that's Woodford here. Yeah,
Woodford, as you well know, is my workhorse.
I
bourbon.
bought that just specifically for the Canoe Hound.
Such a good bourbon. The Knob Creek, I can't get with, man. I
You
bought
know what? That
2
bottle's
bottles.
starting to get dust on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something
Yeah.
about it. And
Just
it's funny.
believe it or not, it's one of my favorite. It's a cheapie. It's a Jim Beam Black.
Okay.
I can mix that with cola or whatever. It's just a nice.
Yeah, it's a mixer.
Yeah.
And was that a Four Roses next to it?
Oh, This guy here.
No, other side. No, the other side.
Oh,
That.
Jim Beam Devil Cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Maker's Mark.
Maker's
This
Mark.
one here,
Right?
my buddy bought me this for Christmas. It's actually
How are they all sitting up in the sky like that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. I haven't picked it up yet, but I want to try it.
it's actually pretty nice. It's pretty smooth.
Good to know. James Fry says he got into wild turkey a while back. James, I wanted to mention because you had also said that Japanese whiskey is something that you think is quite good. Interesting thing about this one was that I had no idea that was going to be a twist top. You know, for like this bottle was $100, but also I found this with a lot of Japanese whiskey at the SAQ here in Quebec. SAQ is a Société des Alcools du Québec. It's our liquor commission, because in Quebec it's government, which is not true in most of the UK. If I think on it, now that black spot right there, you see, Zzzt. Crumbs. Where am I looking? Oh, it's so hard to do this. That black spot is where it says 45% alcohol. This sticker is where the government of Quebec obviously tested this and changed it to 45.5% alcohol. And they've done that on so much Japanese whiskey. It's the weirdest thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, it kind of looks sketchy, but I've noticed at the SAQ on all the Japanese whiskey bottles, there's like a slight dichotomy between what it says and what it actually is. And so the government, somebody got paid to take a Sharpie to the bottle and then stick a sticker on with an extra 0.5%.
Well, somebody
like
got
we're
paid.
going to care.
Somebody's getting paid to test those, right?
Yeah, but it's easy to test, right? It's a
like-
thing you stick in and boop. Yeah, that's the kind of testing.
It's like, no, that's way stronger.
That's like,
What's the difference, right?
Wait. Well, I need another one just to say.
I'd say that's
0.5
like
or 0.6.
it's blue. Blue, maybe a Chartreuse. Blue.
Right.
But actually, there's a kind of meter you can stick in it, and is that a?
Here's all.
I was gonna say, is that a sponsored coffee you're having?
That's my shot of
Of the stuff, okay.
I think it's funny how Colin in Kinky Outdoors, he always has like a whole, but he looks like he has a really good collection of alcohol, but he only drinks like Pepsi on his live streams. He doesn't drink really alcohol.
That's weird.
Yeah. Like he's always showing us on his live stream his like bottles that he has, but he just drinks Pepsi.
Dale Bruce says he loves Jim Beam Black too. Mixes it with water on ice.
Interesting.
Yep. Yeah, you know what? Jim Beam Black is it's you know what? Surprisingly smooth for a cheaper bourbon, right?
Right.
Yeah. People always say, "Oh, you got to spend $100 or $200 on a bottle." It's like, nah. If you like you drink, you like what you like, right?
Yeah.
You know, I got that Knob Creek up there. That stuff is like you can peel paint off the walls with that stuff.
Yeah.
It's harsh, right?
And there are people who love that drink, that bottle.
Yeah,
But,
that's the one I offer my friends, right?
Right. Fair enough.
Try this. It's great.
Dr. Sharp Rothstein says there's a different standard of measurement on Japanese whiskey? I think it's just because they're shorter. You know, they're like looking at a different spot on the
On the scale. That's a
what are those called?
dad
Let's not
jokes.
go there, Jess.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with Russell.
I'm trying to. Is it a hygrometer? No. What is it called?
Yeah. The thing that floats? Yeah, it's a hygrometer.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I've got two of them. I can't remember.
Here's the thing. I said this on my other channel, but man, if I won like $30 million, I would buy a still and a couple of barrels and just like make like a real private reserve kind of whiskey. Just not to sell to a lot of people, but like a couple of barrels, one single malt, 100% rye, put them away for 10 years. Maybe I'd make gin in the meantime to distribute to my friends.
You do it every year, right?
Man.
Every year, bottles with like my own label on them, because I used to
Yeah.
be a graphic designer. But let's face it, I wouldn't design my own freaking labels because I hate that. That's what I would. The thing is, for those of you who aren't Canadian, even for private use, you can make private use beer. You just can't sell it. But for private use spirits, in pretty much every province in Confederation, it's so hard to get the permit that it is effectively illegal. It's not illegal on the books, but it's so hard to get that permit that it may as well be illegal. But if I won 30 mil, I'd just buy the damn still anyway. You know, because it's not illegal to buy a still, because it's the same still if you want to do like essential oils as it is if you want to do booze.
True.
So,
Yeah.
hello.
There's a website, place in Mississauga where they sell stills.
Mississauga.
Mississauga, yeah.
Everyone say bye to IRC. Good
Yeah.
night. See you
IRC.
next week,
Bye.
hopefully. Yeah.
Thanks for popping in.
IRC.
Thank you there, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I think if you're just making it, well, you're talking about something a little different. I make rum here, and it's just for my own private use. I don't think anybody cares.
The thing is, nobody does, right? But because when you're making alcohol, like that first little bit is extremely poisonous.
The methane, or sorry,
know,
methanol.
Yeah, like I think it's because of that they slap all this legal crap on it.
That and the odd still blows up in people's, somebody's face. So
Very true. Very, very true.
I just love watching that show, Moonshiners. Yeah.
I've only ever seen one episode. By the way, Russell, Dr. Sharp he met you halfway on that hilarious comment you made.
Oh, parallax error on reading the alcohol content. Yes, exactly. Well, I was trying to think of it actually. The hygrometer, if they're looking at, oh yeah, sure. That's exactly what it would be. Yeah, parallax.
You guys.
I'm sharing this out with a few friends.
Yeah.
Sharing what?
James says he distills his own alcohol. It's also illegal in England. You take the middle alcohol. Yeah, you take the middle, exactly. Get rid of the heads, get rid of the tails. Grace says Pappy is hard to come by. Yeah, that's because it may as well be allocated at this point. And because of the whole secondary market, here's one thing. I don't deal with secondary market. If I'm getting really anorak-y here, guys, just tell me to shut up. I don't deal with secondary market because the markups are so huge. And Pappy Van Winkle has become very, very sought after. And you can definitely throw a 3-digit number at a bottle like that. Like a mid 3-digit bottle at a bottle, and it's no way. I don't buy whiskey as a collector. I buy whiskey to enjoy. As I've said earlier, like I drink my whiskey way faster on this live stream than I ever do when the camera's not on. Like this will last me an hour on a normal night. And it lasts me like 20 minutes during a live stream, But I don't collect. I'm not going to spend $6,000 on a bottle and then keep it and hope that I can flip it for $12,000. I don't buy into that, and I don't buy on secondary market. I don't care about allocation, all that stupid crap. I just want to buy a nice drink.
I'll have a hard time paying $1.10 a liter for gas, let alone $60 for a bottle of booze.
In Ontario, the LCPO does they do allocation, okay? Yeah. And they allocate everything by Ardbeg right now because what's been happening is there's this bottle called Ardbeg Ugadal. In Quebec, it's $166 a bottle. So I buy mine from Alberta because the bottle plus $40 of shipping is still less than that.
Really?
And Ontario's prices are very similar to Quebec's on that. And what's been happening is, because in Ontario you can return a bottle of booze without requiring a bill, people have been buying like 4 of them from Alberta and returning them in Ontario.
Oh, God.
So instead of pricing them properly, Ontario just added Ardbeg across the board to the allocated list. So you have to enter a lottery to see if you can buy it. But there is one bottle in Ontario. It's Bowmore, the black something. It's like a 1964 Aston Martin edition. So the bottle is half a piston or whatever from an Aston Martin. Okay. And it's an $85,000 bottle.
I'm curious, Jesse, have you ever been to the airport to go check out for alcohol?
To the airport, no. The airport in Alberta, hell yes. But the airport here, no, not really.
Maybe it'd be worth a check.
Well, the thing is, yeah, all these companies have bottles that they sell specifically for what's called the travel market, right?
Yeah.
Or that are sold in Alberta in airports and stuff. But I haven't been to the airport because I no longer play shows in Alberta because COVID has ruined my life. But if we do in fact play our festival gig this summer, then I'm gonna definitely check that out.
Oh, is it because you need to have a ticket to go international or something like that to go to that to the SAC in the airport, or?
I don't think so. But I'm not entirely sure. Just because I very rarely. It has very rarely occurred to me to walk into the booze store at an airport.
Yeah.
I'm usually looking for a book to read.
I would give it a try. I mean, if you're looking for specialty stuff, sometimes they do have like those like.
Yeah, the duty freeze, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen some rather expensive bottles of like whatever rums, whiskeys, scotches, bourbons, tequilas.
Yeah.
Well, like I've got a lot of bottles that were over $100, but I don't have anything that was like $300 kind of thing. You know, I feel that when you're buying 750, or actually with a lot of scotches, 700 mils. You know, when you start to get into like north of $200, I kind of have to think on it because that's a big chunk of my bi-weekly income as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't have the wallet for my taste in whiskey. Mark is out. All right, see you later, Mark.
See you, Mark.
Cheers, Mark.
See you maybe Thursday.
James is asking if I've tried whiskeys matured in export or sherry barrels. James, you should probably know about my second channel, which is all about whiskey. I've got a few sherries. I think I have one port. No, I don't anymore.
You don't have it in your description, your channel. I have to go get it manually.
Oh, sorry. I should have.
Dribs and dram.
Yeah, dribs and drams.
Oh, that's not the right one.
I try to keep my whiskey talk on that channel and my bushcraft talk on this one.
That's not working very well tonight.
Not tonight. No, it's not. Sorry, guys.
I gotta get in on one of your dribs and drams there. I haven't been on
There's a link.
the channel yet. Sorry.
I'm doing a live stream on the 21st of February. We're doing a tasting of a Glengoyne 10. If anyone's interested.
What did you just paste there, Mallory?
It's a dribs and drams.
It's my other channel, my second
channel.
You're being a mod again.
Yeah, she's being a mod.
I'm being a mod and checking out my video that's going viral and looking at all the hate comments.
Because of the horses?
Yeah, seriously, YouTube and social media has got me like to a point where criticism is just like, I guess accepting criticism and just like brushing it off your shoulder is a superpower.
In here, out there.
Yeah. It is a bead of water rolling off your back.
It is a superpower now. It's unless they're talking about my kids, and then that one. No,
Well, you've already
like those ones.
The YouTube burnout. They don't let it happen again because people could be not nice, and who cares, right?
Well, here's the thing, because I dealt with a wicked troll at one point. Like, it sort of became there I am. Okay. It sort of became a joke between me and certain subs. I was doing this episode, and I was testing a Canadian belt knife, and I batoned with it. But it wasn't the Groman one. It was the cold steel one, so it's essentially a stick tang. Like, you can't baton with a stick tang, you're gonna break it, blah blah blah. And I very patiently explained to him that every knife I get goes through the exact same battery of tests. And if I break the knife batoning it, then that was just it failing the test. And he just blah, 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 blah. And as time went on, like it became less that he was giving me constructive criticism and he was just going at me.
Never get drawn into conversations in comments. Never.
And, but like at first I thought it was constructive criticism, and that I want to engage with. I want to have that conversation if it's constructive criticism. Yeah. And so by the time I realized he was just having a go at me, it was too late. And then maybe Simo, one of the subs, or he got embarrassed and erased his comment, which took out the entire thread. But it left me with the solid knowledge that if someone... It left me with two things. First of all, I'm not going to reach out and touch you unless I'm going to give you, unless what I'm going to say is positive. I'm not going to reach out and say, Dennis, man, you were shit tonight. Because first of all, he's never shit. But like, I'm just taking you as an example. I'm never going to do that. If I don't like what someone is doing online, I just click away. I feel no need to go and go at them. But I do feel the need to, if I reach out and speak on someone else's video, to have a positive contribution, because I know what it's like to work your ass off on this, like all four of us here are doing, and some people in the side chat, and have someone dig at you for it. And I'm not going to be that person. Mm-hmm. But I also know that, with that guy, I took a look at his YouTube persona, and I had like all of my trolls since him, none of them make anything.
Yeah,
none of them like, and what I said to this guy in the side chat, and I've said on screen to someone once before, is if you have a problem with what I'm doing, that's okay. Make a video. I will watch it. I will comment. We can have the conversation. But if you're just like 10 feet tall behind a keyboard and you don't make anything, then you don't understand what this is. We make something, we put it out in the world, we hope to help people like it because we threw a lot into it, except Russell. He's just perfect by, here's my video, and it's just, but like.
What? What?
I'm just taking a dig at you here.
You're gonna go at me right now?
It's a good natured trolling. Here we go.
I let the trolls roll off, but like sometimes there are some literal weirdos. Like I'm a woman, so I probably deal with different stuff, but like I get comments sometimes like on my children, and that's why I don't show them as much.
Russell, she's not really.
You know what you do now?
Bangs, right?
The best one of the things that YouTube has, and it's one of the good things that they have, is when you're reading your comments in your comment section of your dashboard there. Yeah. You got 3 dots there. You can delete them. Don't even have to acknowledge them or whatever.
Of course.
You know what you do? You take a picture of it before you do.
Oh.
And save it. Save it, because if it becomes an issue, even though you've deleted it, at least you have proof, right?
True.
Yeah.
I never thought of taking a picture of it. Yeah, that's true.
That's what I usually do, because I've had a few, and everybody's gonna get them, and you know what? Just don't even comment, just delete, and it's not even in your comments anymore.
Oh yeah, because I've had some really disturbing comments on people, on my kids, and that really
that's weird.
Like,
that's weird. What
that I was like, you know what? You can say what you want about me, but do not say anything about like, those are the ones that get to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel, I would.
They know that. That's why they do it. They know they're going to push your buttons, right? By doing that. So
yeah.
I think I've only ever dealt with 2 kinds of comments about having Camille on my videos. One, they want to see less of her because they just want to see more skills. Or 2, they like her more than they like me.
Oh.
So I'm not really sure. And it's kind of like 50-50. Well, it's not really 50-50. It's like 70 people prefer seeing the family stuff. Yeah. But it's always people who are like, yeah, man, I have family stuff and I wish my daughter would come camping with me. Or, yeah, man, we do camping together and it's great. Father-daughter time's amazing, stuff like that. And then there's people like, I don't have kids. I don't care. Or, something like that.
I'm going to be honest. I don't like seeing kids in videos. If kids are not part of the the topic of the channel or the theme, like
Of the video.
bushcraft. Jess, I'm sorry, I still haven't seen any of your videos.
They're
But-
all fantastic, Russell. Every single one of them is pure ass gold.
All right, now I'm going to subscribe to your channel.
I'm really bad at that too. I watch way more live streams on channels than I do videos. Like Dennis, I've watched way more live streams on Dennis'
honestly,
channel.
I'm subscribed to 100 different channels, and I don't watch any of the videos, so it
I'm
doesn't
probably
matter.
subscribed to like 1,000 people.
I'm subscribed to a
I'm
lot.
so- but-
I play a lot of videos in the background as I do dishes and stuff, though,
Yeah, me
because
too.
I'm aware of the fact that, like, now that I'm monetized again, if one person would just like hit my whole enchilada and let it run over the weekend, it would make such a massive difference. But everyone I know has already done that to try to get me to 4,000 hours, which is no longer a problem I have.
You don't have to worry about it, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I play stuff because I know that it's good for you guys to have your videos played. I'm saying you guys because you guys are actually on screen, but and so I'll be listening to something in the back rather than, because what I used to do is I would watch videos like actively, right? I would sit down. I've got me a scotch or a beer or a tea, most often tea because it's, let's face it, cheaper, and I'm watching. And I just don't have time to like watch with a 2-year-old running around and ta-da, daddy watching, So while I'm doing stuff, puttering around the kitchen, folding laundry, I've got a video on so that I'm hearing it and I'll be watching part of it and stuff like that. Live streams, I have to watch a whole lot more actively, That's not entirely true. Like, I'll have a lot of live streams on and like hit the dot every now and again to say, hey, I'm still here.
But I'm not listening.
You're not listening. I'm ignoring you. Dot.
I'm just usually busy when I do the dot. I'm like doing something else or I have you on mute, and I'm just saying that I'm here.
Okay.
I got
The other side of the.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about the kids thing. I got to be
Yeah.
really, really invested in who I'm watching to want to see their kids.
Yeah.
Really, like, I want to know more about their lives. They've got to be really interesting people to me.
Yeah.
It's very, very hit or miss, I find, with kids. Even when I'm watching other people's channels, I have gone into how Camille ended up on my channel way too often to go into it again here, but she kind of forced herself in. And there are people who definitely like seeing her on, and there are people who don't. It got really weird when YouTube moved the goalposts on us, though.
Yeah, right.
Yes, it did.
And I understand why.
I don't have to worry about all that because my kids are like 24 and 24 and 28, right? So
I kind of understand why, and I kind of think they hit a nail with a sledgehammer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they could have done a general PG-13. You know what I'm saying? Like they do with TV and stuff. It would have been much better.
Yeah. I have like a loyal subscriber base that really is invested into my family life, and they want to see more of them, but like Ben's not really much one for being in front of the camera. And then my kids are, it's hard vlogging with kids.
Yes, it is.
So, I mean, I do it when I can, or if I don't have a choice.
On my currently dormant Jesse Corbet channel, that was very much a vlog of me and Camille. Like, we would go to the park, we would do stuff. But instead of boring everyone with like, yeah, we're at the park and blah, 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 I would do a lot of montages with music, because at the time when I started that, not when I started it, but very soon after that, I was on, I was out of work. So I was home all the time. And so I was the full-time dad. And that became part of what that channel was,
Yeah.
And by the way, that time in my life taught me something very, very, very clearly is that if we could be a one income family without losing the house, I would totally be dad, like a stay at home dad. Because when I'm like during like parental leave and everything, when my job was to be a stay at home dad, I was really good at it.
Yeah.
When I was spending all my time stressing about I've got to be getting CVs out and I got to be finding a job, I was not good at being stay at home dad. You know? But man, I tell you, us guys, we don't get to feed that as often as we should be allowed to, you know? I'm saying that as someone who doesn't think that everyone has to be a parent. But it was an interesting time, and I'm glad I got a lot of it on video, because even though I probably won't bring that channel out of hibernation, I still watch the videos sometimes. And that channel started because I was sitting on a bus and I heard some freaking, almost went the wrong way there, anti-vaxxer spewing a lot of anti-science crap, and I was like, I'm making a video when I get home. And that was what started that channel.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know there's mercury in that vaccine?
That's a really good question. I would really love to ask you all, actually. What, like you, Dennis, what got you to film your first video?
You know what? My first videos were back the early days of YouTube, like back 2013 and stuff, right?
I started Rain Dance in 2013, I think it was too. Yeah.
I did it just shooting video, and I just wanted to start documenting my videos, and then I got off YouTube for a long time, and stupid me, I freaking deleted my videos.
Oh.
And then my computer that I had all my edited videos on crashed and burned.
Oh no!
So I lost. Mind you, it wasn't very good. It was all crappy footage, anyways. Right? Very, very evident if you watch one of my very first videos. But the reason why I'm doing it now, in all honesty, like my trip videos, like this show is like my show is incidental, right? It's what people like to watch. But my trip videos and stuff, I go back and I watch my trip videos all the time, because to me it's a good way to remember it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
And document it. The other thing is now I have a grandson, right?
Yeah.
And he could go back and look at, wow, look what Papa used to do, right?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping, that it all doesn't disappear one day. But
yeah, it's heritage. It's
it's a little bit of a legacy to leave
legacy.
behind,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
What about you, Russell? Your first video? You're like, oh, I'm gonna record my first video today.
Yeah, I guess, a lot of my early videos, they were mainly for my wife, so that she knew I wasn't off just in some strip club. I was actually out in the middle of a property building a cabin. But in the back of my mind, I thought maybe one day I'd put all this on YouTube. And you can kind of see it if you actually went back and watch. It's not just like, hey honey, I'm here at the property. It's more of here I am at Raspberry Rock, and I put the piers in for my cabin. So two reasons, I guess.
I remember I was going back in your old stuff, and you're like, Mallory, stop going in your old stuff, go in my new stuff. You were writing back in the comments, like, oh, I had just found you. And I do that. When I find a new channel, I go in the old stuff. And I start from the beginning, and then I work my way up.
Awful though. Like I'm just like everybody else. Like I get complimented a lot on my videos, my most recent videos. I get lots of compliments. But you look back at my old shit, I'm the same as everybody else, walking around with my cell phone, yakking for like 30 minutes.
Yep, I know.
I sense no my, like my very first video was a flint and steel video. My second video was an upside down fire, where I sort of talk a little bit about why I started the Rain Dance channel, But when someone just sort of, oh, you've got a YouTube channel, what's the name? I say, look, I'll give you my name. Don't look at anything older than 2018. I just.
True. You didn't want me to go check your other channel. You just called Bay one a little while back.
That one was cool, because that was where I tried out a lot of techniques, and some of them ended up on Rain Dance for a little while and then disappeared. Some of them are like, that's where I tried stuff. Like, does this work? Yes,
Tina.
boom, goes into Rain Dance because that's has been and still is my main channel. Bettina's here. Oh yeah, hi Bettina.
She's my lovely.
Bettina.
I love Bettina.
We love Bettina. Bettina's good people.
Yes.
We got a really good crew tonight.
Yeah. I started doing videos and I didn't have a YouTube channel yet. Like I was like, okay, I could probably just document this process because we're starting a homestead and that was in Saint Ramon where I was living before. And I was like, I just want to document this whole process. And that's why I have like my full first year in 15 minutes that I posted like a year after I started my YouTube channel here in Quebec Homestead. But like I started just to document it all.
Yeah.
And to eventually, because I was watching a whole bunch of homesteading channels, but now I'm literally doing it for, to try to get some paid help, honestly, because I realized that it's way too hard to do it with two people, two parents, and I just want to shed some light and show the truth of how it really is because it's freaking hard.
Yeah.
Blows my mind some of the stuff you actually do, though, Mel. It's
Huh?
Yeah.
Homesteading's not easy, right? So,
No.
Yeah. And I ended up really just like discovering the love of filmmaking, and I just like don't know where to go from here. But like I just love making videos. That's all I love to do. So like sometimes even Ben will get frustrated and he'll be like, Mallory, put your camera down and help me. And I'll be like, one day this is gonna pay. This is gonna pay, and I swear it's gonna pay off.
No, but he didn't say that. He said it in French. En français?
Oh, he says it in both languages. We speak both languages pretty fluent. Yeah.
So, Mallory, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You've got this big video coming up.
Yes.
You've done lots of promotion. You've worked your ass off on it.
Yes.
How many views is it going to get? Well, let's put a time frame on it. In a month, how many views is it going to get?
I think it's going to get like 3,000 views.
It's very true that
you never know what's going to take off and what's not going to.
I think it's going to get like 3,000 views. It's more than I usually get, but I think it's going to get like 3,000 views because like I put it on TikTok, I put it everywhere. I put it on Instagram.
I've done videos where I thought, oh, this is going to take off. I've done everything right. I've done everything perfect.
Yeah.
And
I think 3,000 views, I'd be happy with 3,000 like in the first month.
I like what Dr. Sharp says here. Having your beginning stuff is a good learning lesson so people just starting out on YouTube know they can get better. That reminds me of something that I just keep pissing on about. And that's that I like we all know YouTubers like Peter Christ, he lives in Toronto. He's massive.
Peter McKinnon.
Yeah, guys like him and like Matty Hepoya and guys like that. And I know these guys because I love them because I went to film school, okay? But they piss me all the way off because channels like that, they should never, ever mention what they're shooting on. And I'll tell you why. Because no one's asked. Because I get really pissed off about what I call TV 2.0, right? And that's if you got Casey Neistat having a studio of people working with him. He doesn't anymore, but or you got Peter McKinnon or Matty Hepoya, both of whom are hiring people and they got studios and blah and blah and blah. Somewhere out there is a kid who isn't shooting anything because he's saving up his money for a goddamn Canon 1D. Right? And no matter how often Peter McKinnon tells you that you can just do it with an iPhone, the fact is he has spent so much of his channel mentioning his 1D.
And tell people what a 1D costs.
It's a $6,000 camera. Just the body.
Yeah.
Just the body without lens. Yeah.
These guys should never tell you what they're shooting.
$2,000 for a lens.
Yeah.
And it's the same like whenever when the iMac Pro appeared, and a certain segment of YouTubers all had it on their desk. I'm like, that should never show up on screen because no matter how often you say, just use a phone, you can use anything so long as your story is good. The fact is people are going to see their YouTube heroes. Not like I'm not, and Mallory probably isn't, and Dennis definitely isn't, and Russell, because we shoot, we do this, we work with this, we know. But out there are young people who want to be YouTubers.
Yeah.
And who are watching these guys. And Matty Hapoya has a video out right now, comparing a $6,000 camera with an iPhone 12. Fine, I'm not watching it because I don't like. He's probably showing that you can get great results with an iPhone 12, but these people have this stuff, and the people who idolize them as YouTubers are going to want that stuff as well. And some of them may not shoot until they can afford that stuff.
Yeah. What I'm really happy about, what's one thing that I did in my life is that I influenced 10 teenagers. Okay. The first year I started YouTube, I did a teen market garden, and they all wanted to be YouTubers. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like I've been YouTubing for a few months, and it's really, really, really hard. And like I showed them, like I had like just this stupid little GoPro Akazo thingy that I had, and I showed them like how many views I were getting and like how hard it really is. And I was like, seriously, like don't bank on that. Like,
yeah,
I went to school. I went to be an appraiser. I worked for that for 10 years before like finding what I really was passionate about. And like having the money to buy my property. And like, it is still important today to go to school and to do something.
Yeah.
To have that initial money to boost yourself, unless you have like really rich parents. But
don't get on YouTube to make you rich, right?
Yeah, no exactly. Way. Because it's flooded. YouTube is
flooded. And YouTube keeps moving the damn goalposts.
Of course, and it can change any. That's why I said don't put all your eggs in the same basket.
Yep.
Like branch out, go on Facebook, go on TikTok. They're all monetized. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking about that. But I'm really happy that I influenced them and I told them the truth about it. At least it's 10 more people in the future that know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So many people have them stories too, where people reach out to you and say, you know what, it's because of you I do this, or because of you I do that, right?
Yeah.
Or because of you I've tried this or tried that. It's kind of a good feeling inside, right?
I get that a lot.
That's why a lot of us do what we do. So
yeah, exactly.
I get that too, but it's a little bit different. People say, "Oh, you've really inspired me to buy land and build a cabin because if you can do it, anybody can." Oh. Like, yes.
That's an underhanded compliment. You know who I found inspiring in that way, though I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford the land, was like Dick Prenicky. I don't know if I'm dating myself here, but Dick Prenicky, and like I was watching Sean James's videos back in the day and thinking, this guy's like a Canadian Dick Prenicky in some ways. He's building the cabin. He's not like a hermit, but
that's who inspired him. What's funny, Jess, is I met a guy today for the first time who he lives in the area, commented on video and knew who I was because of a mutual acquaintance. And he's like, yeah, why'd you buy your property and build your cabin? Was it because of Dick Prenicky? Because I did. I watched Dick Prenicky's video. I went right out and built a cabin.
Wow.
Wow. And he's dead now. So
you're way past your end live stream time.
Am I?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay. It was so interesting, but I've got to go to bed. All right. It's now 23 minutes.
Called it at 11.
Did he? I didn't even see. I mean, I was so interested in.
But I was really interested, and I was like, "Oh, he didn't see it."
Yeah. Now that the Ontario half is completely gone.
Being a bad mod.
Yeah. Damn it. Okay. Well, we'll wait until the boys come back, and then we'll cut it. We'll cut it short.
Sorry about that.
But Bettina said something interesting. It was cool when Sean went to Dick's Cap. Yeah, that was a cool.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
I was being selfish. I was keeping him on longer.
I'm gonna wait until Dennis comes back, and then we'll shut her down.
Oh, you should have stayed away.
Yeah. Okay. So we're now like what 24 minutes past my usual deadline, so I'm gonna shut her down here. Yeah,
In
25
tennis
minutes to
too.
into overtime. We're into double overtime. I don't know a thing about hockey. Shut up, Jesse. So thanks to you guys for coming on screen and chit-chatting and being interesting. So I didn't have to be. Thanks to everyone in the side chat for hanging out to the bitter end. I hope to see you all next week again. From now until then, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay sane, and be kind to one another. Thanks a lot, guys.
Like
Much
you
love.
said,
Good night.
night all.
Bye.
Peace out.
Hello.